Bro, I really just need to stop self-glazing, huh, bro? Before I even started this, bro, I was over here sitting here looking at me for a cool 3 minutes, bro. I was like, I was talking crazy, bro. Well, look, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Sexy Outwing back with another video. And inside this one, at first, I'm just gonna give you a rundown. At first, we was gonna talk about like the new things that was happening inside Poppy Playtime, Dog Day this, Dog Day that, what happens if Dog Day Stay Alive. And at first, I thought it was a DLC, but nah, it's just some mods. You feel me though? So your boy got pranked. You feel me though? But in the end, we just started talking about in the end, we just like got just basically down into some more lore, bro, about like all the smiling critters and how they might have died. Thanks to my boy, I forgot the name. I think it's Poppy Theory. I think. Don't quote me, but you'll be able to tell us how that began in the video. So if I start mentioning things like, oh, we're gonna watch this because of what happened, because with the Dog Day thing, just exclude it. You know what I'm saying? Just focus on the theory. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. Yo, we're getting subscribers, bro, and I appreciate it, bro. Hopefully we keep on going, keep on sharing, you know what I mean? Keep on liking, keep on doing all that, bro. I pray to God that my videos hit the right people, you feel me, though? People that I can vibe with, people that vibe with me, you feel me, though? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications to be aware of any of my videos. Peace.
Lines are also the most tame out of all of them. What happened to the rest of the smiling critters?
Since we're already on the topic about Dog Day, right? As you saw, bro, man, my man, like, I couldn't watch that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He was a little bit too up over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even commentate, bro. And I'm supposed to be commentating over him commentating. I can't even do that, bro.
Well, to figure this out, the first thing we have to look at is all of their cardboard cutout voice lines. And afterwards, we're going to be analyzing each member of the smiling critters one by one, all the way down to their personality, and speculate on how each of them could have possibly died, starting with Bubba Bubbaphant. Bubba Bubbaphant is the most intelligent smiling critter.
That song, still don't know who Ollie is.
Acts as the brain of the gang, and this is even shown in the Smiling Critters intro, as he removed Crafty Corn's painting to show a complex math equation. And his identity as a genius is based off the real fact that elephants have extremely good memory. His voice lines are also the most tame out of all of them, if you exclude the screaming, of course. What's weird about Bubbaphant's voice lines specifically is that when he's screaming, he's also laughing at the same time.
I'm Bubba Bubbaphant. Hey, I remember you. An elephant always remembers. Want to know what I remember about you?
And I might have a valid reason for this.
Okay, before he says a cock, I want to know. Let me see if I'm right. It's because remember inside the first one, Catnap used the red smoke, and what happened before they went to sleep is that they all laughed hysterically. They always laughing like they just got hit with the Joker gas from Lego Batman. You feel me though? So let's see if I'm right.
It's happening. However, before looking into that, we have to take a look at one of his normal voice lines, which could be taken multiple ways.
Want to know what I remember about you?
When Bubbaphant says this, it could mean two things. The first is that he's just expressing the fact that he has great memory, or it could mean that he remembers us working here 10 years ago. But you can honestly look at it both ways. Now, the reason I think Bubbaphant was heard laughing in his last voice line is because of how he and the rest of the smiling critters acted in the end of the episode. When the crew weren't able to sleep, they get a knock at the door and it's revealed to be Catnap. And Bubbaphant was the first to come up and ask for Catnap to put them asleep. After everyone pleads for this, however, once Catnap...
If we assume it that way, right, we can really just say, if we assume, because look, Bubba, the elephant is the... I'm not going to say that nigga's whole name, but why I look like doing that. We can assume, right, that he's, that, because also he was the first one to talk, and he was also the first one that we see, right? So we can, I think, right, yeah. So we can also assume that he is the first. We can also assume that he's the first one to go, right? But it's like, and if you remember, right, if you remember, hold on.
Secretes the red smoke. Everyone, including Bubba Fett, is seen laughing maniacally. Now, I'm not sure if the red smoke from the show has the exact same properties as the one in real life, but it seems to show signs of insanity and addiction when someone inhales it, along with them being able to fall asleep.
He stalks everybody.
With that being said, there's a chance that Bubba Fett's laughing in his last voice line is linked to Catnap, as he was initially exposed to the red smoke, causing him to laugh, and Catnap took this opportunity to kill him. Next up is Kickin' Chicken. Kickin' Chicken is known as the cool character in the Smiling Critters, as he likes to keep his cool image and is shown surfing in the intro. He's very determined and doesn't give up easily, even in tough situations. However, Kickin' Chicken can get scared like the other 6 characters in the show, which is not only seen in the show, but it's also heard in his voice lines, as they first include him asking to go outside and hang out, but after this, he says that he's never been outside before, and he asks for us to come with him, admitting that he's scared to go alone. Trying to keep his image, however, he says that he'll step out first, and soon after, you can hear him screaming,
Hey, I'm Kickin' Chicken! Wanna go outside and hang out?
And I said this first, that he's like mad aggressive, right? But then it's like, man turns into a softie out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I want to watch all of this, right? But it's like, at the same time, bro, it's like, look, we can also infer almost everything. What I'm saying right now, I have a good feeling that he's saying the same exact thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That maybe he might speculate and throw in a few months. I'm sorry if y'all hear a little bit of, like, you know what I mean, congestion. You know what I mean? I got my allergies acting up. But I think that's one. And if we assume we take it from, you know, Picky Piggy, let's see what he talking about.
Meals that are made of the rest of the Smiling Critters. What? But even after this, she says that she's still hungry. A well-balanced diet, though she also harbors a secret fondness for cheeseburgers and PB&J sandwiches. Her voice lines include her expressing her love for food, but as you go on, she slowly starts to talk about meals that are made of the rest of the Smiling Critters. But even after this, she says that she's still hungry and offers a friendship with us right after.
Hi there,
so she can
I'm
eat
Piggy
it.
Piggy. Let's eat. Roast beef, delicious. Grilled chicken, down the hatch. Stewed elephant, yum!
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure I said that too. I was like, wait a minute. But it's like, she said roast beef. Beef is cow, right? And if we're saying roast beef is cow, which I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Then, but there's nobody inside the group that's a cow, right?
Played unicorn? Still hungry. Hey, what do you say you and I be friends?
And it's this, and remember, it's the same thing with Hoppy Hopscotch. It's the same thing. Where's it at? What's the name? It's the same thing with this one, right? We was with her, and she said she wanted, just like with this one, she wanted more red, and so she came up to us and said, "Oh, I know you're hiding more red, including our, you know what I mean, our blood." So when she same thing like this, she started, you know what I mean, but he didn't get so aggressive. No, the pig didn't get aggressive. She did. She said, "Get here."
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn
whatever. And while sometimes being loud or impatient, she's still willing to slow herself down to please her friends. Now, the impatient and enthusiasm and her personality is also seen in the show for the Smiling Critters, as you can see her playing soccer on a rainbow in the intro. Kind of weird, but whatever. And while sometimes being loud or impatient, she's still willing to slow herself down to please her friends. Now, the impatient part of her personality is very much shown in her voice lines, as she's convinced that if she keeps trying, she'll be able to jump to the moon. So she tries multiple times, growing increasingly frustrated at the player. But in the last voice line, when Hopscotch tries one last time, she's heard screaming while saying the word jump, and the audio cuts out. And right before this, she said to not look at your feet, and none of that matters.
I'm Hoppy Hopscotch. Wanna try hopping to the moon with me? On 3 with me. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Listen, this won't stop until we make it to the moon. 1, 2... No! Don't look at your feet! None of that matters! Again! Jump!
Now, I think this one is the most obvious. Hoppy Hopscotch is somehow deluded into thinking that she can jump to the moon, and when she tries one last time, she didn't look at where she was, and ended up jumping off some high platform, falling to her death.
And you gotta remember, right? You remember when we had the jump back jetpack and they said it'll protect you from high falling, and so you didn't have to worry about where you was jumping from.
Next is Bobby Bearhug, who possesses warm and appreciative qualities, similar to how Huggy Wuggy was designed, and she cares deeply about her friends and everything around her, maybe a bit too much. However, Bobby can also be seen as naive, as she may care about someone who doesn't have her best interests at heart, and she's also shown to have a fear of being abandoned, as she asks the player if they're gonna leave her and that she's been lost a long time.
Hi, I'm Bobby Bearhug. Wanna know how much I love you? I love you to the moon and back.
Okay, yeah, I do remember this.
I'm crazy about you. I'm lost without you. I've been lost a long time. Please, take me with you this time. You won't leave me, will you?
I honestly think that this is the saddest of them all, especially considering the fact that Bobby Bearhug is the one who cares most about everyone, and yet she ends up being abandoned. This obviously leads to the question, why and how was Bobby Bearhug abandoned?
No, I think because she was probably left the last. If we had to infer, because you have to understand, Catnap stalks and studies his prey. We've seen it because we was made the example. We've seen it. He stalked us, and once we got too close to the end, he attacked us inside the building, right? So, Catnap, I believe he took or made her or used the gas. I feel like he used the gas on everybody, you know, or to a point was able to dilute them with the gas so much and, like, you know what I mean, get them so crazy that he was able to make them start hallucinating, put them inside, make them start thinking things that they normally wouldn't think, right?
Well, this might be due to her clingy tendencies, and the rest of the smiling critters didn't want to be around her because of how close she wanted to be with everyone. Or perhaps she was one of the last to be alive and couldn't find anyone else, which could explain her saying why she's been lost for a long time. And when she says, "You won't leave me this time, will you?" it's likely that she's referring to us leaving Playtime Co. and coming back, letting us know that she doesn't want us to leave again. And after having no one to love, no one to talk to, and nothing to eat, Bobby Bearhug slowly starved to death, possibly never being found due to the fact that Picky Piggy never even mentioned eating bear in any of her voice lines. And now we have Crafty Corn, a creative unicorn with a passion for art, sharing its importance with the other crew members. She also appears to be a peacemaker, you know, seeing the beauty in all things around her. And in the cartoon's intro, she demonstrates her skills as a talented painter by painting an exact replica of Bobby Bearhug. Now, in her voice lines, it sounds like she's making another painting and realizes that she ran out of red. And once she's told this, she doesn't believe you and suspects that you're hiding more red from her. And suddenly she yells at you to give it to her, and screaming is heard right after, to which she says that now it's much better.
Hi, I'm Crafty Corn. Can you help me with my painting? Thanks. Now, can you give me some red? More red, please. Out? But we can't be out. You're hiding more red from me. I know you are. Give it here! Now that's much better.
So for Crafty Corn, I'm led to believe that when she's talking about red being hidden from her, she's most likely talking to a member of the Smiling Critters. And what's even worse is that she's likely talking about their blood. This is evidenced by the fact that when she yells at one of the members to give her some more red, you can hear one of them screaming right after, which likely means that she killed them for their blood. But how did she end up dying herself? Well, Crafty Corn could have either died due to starving to death, or she was killed by the other Smiling Critters after expressing her violent behavior and killing one of her friends. But for this member specifically, her voice lines don't really reveal a concrete reason as to how she really died. And lastly, we have Dog Day, the trusted leader of the Smiling Critters.
He was the last.
It's Huggies, and we're obsessed with your super soft skin, just like everyone.
There's always
So now we know for this one, Dog Day was one of the last ones. And so I'm guessing that if we had to put Bear Hug, right? Or the bear, right? We could assume that Catnap took away Dog Day. And that's where he didn't have to worry about the bear.
looking at the bright side of things and encouraging others in their time of
leader.
need. In his voice lines, he tells the player to go fetch and then questions why we're just standing there. And afterwards, he tells us that we can't stay. But right after this, we can hear Dog Day screaming for a lot longer than the other members who died.
Dog Day says, fetch! Go, go, as far as you can! Why are you just standing there? You can't be here. You can't stay.
Now this one is honestly the most disturbing because we somewhat already know what happened to Dog Day. In his first voice line, when he tells us to...
So I'm guessing when they said, why are you just standing there? I'm guessing we're standing there because Catnap is there. Or Catnap and the critters and Catnap's little, minions.
to go fetch, that's referencing his want for us to leave Playtime Co. And he questions why we're still here. And when he tells us that we can't stay and that we shouldn't be here, he's indirectly revealing the truth of Playtime Co. in showing that he doesn't agree with its beliefs, more specifically the prototypes. And so Catnap and the prototype torture Dog Day for encouraging the others to escape, as that's what they do to heretics. This likely explains why the screaming lasted so agonizingly long, and you can actually hear the moment where Dog Day's legs are cut off and fall to the ground. This makes Dog Day's death all the more horrific, especially considering that everything he was saying in the cardboard cutout was pretty much the exact same thing he was telling us in person. But what do you guys think happened to the rest of the Smiling Critters? And will they potentially make an appearance in the upcoming chapter? Let me know down.
And see, look, this even proves they're unafraid to hop where others might sit. So she was hopping, and then, she hopped right off the ledge. That's all I'm about to say. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this more in detail depth of the Poppy Playtime, you know what I'm saying? So this one might not be as good edited, I'm telling you that right now. Because it was kind of all over the place. I was kind of just doing things on the fly, you know what I mean? If I felt like this, I remember when I just said in the beginning that I kind of wanted to just be that, just Catnap, just a Dog Day thing. I thought it'd be more. I thought it was like, a fully fledged thing. At first, I kind of didn't, and I kind of did. I was kind of hoping it was that maybe I could maybe it was like something that you just overlooked or something, but nah, it's just a mod. But I hope you guys enjoyed this more in detail depth guide, or not guide, but in more in detail depth theory. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.